The new contracts for TV and theatrical, I'm voting no. Yes, I'm a union member. I mainly do background. I probably will never ever have a line. But yes, I'm still voting no, and here's why. I'm going off the summer agreement because I have not seen the full agreement yet, and I don't think it's been released. But here's one of the problems. In Section C to B, where you have to have a signed consent and they're going to have paperwork, a separate one. What's probably going to end up happening, and I wouldn't doubt it, is that your first day of work, when you come to set as a background actor, where you sign your I-9s, your pay stubs, and whatever forms that you have to fill out to work that day, they're going to have that agreement to have you digitally replica of you signed. And if you don't sign that release form or that consent form, you're not working. You're not going to be working that day. You're not going to be working ever again. They're going to cancel it. So if you never sign that form, you're not going to be ever working again. So there goes your chance to move up the ranks from being background to other positions that might happen just because you won't sign that form. You're not working anymore. You're done. But let's say you do sign the consent form for background actor to use the digital replicas because you want to work. So according to the consent form, it must include specific description of intended use. But I have not seen anywhere in the summer agreement on how you keep these companies accountable to use it only for its intended use. There's no punishment if they break the intended use. Secondly, how would we ever know that these companies broke the agreement or intended use? They could just take our image and do something else with it. They're not going to notify us. We'll never know. Secondly, how would we ever know that they broke intended use? They're not going to notify us. Do we have to hire an auditor every year to check? And that's only assuming that they kept good records that they broke the intended use. If they don't have good records, how would we ever know? Then our digital replicas continue even after our death. And yeah, even though it says explicitly otherwise, how would we ever get that? Because, as I said, we're signing those papers day one. So if we don't sign that it can continue after death, we're not working. 5 annoys me the most because it says that our background digital replicas can be used in principal capacity. So my AI digital replica can become a principal actor before I even become a principal actor. I lose out on the opportunity, even though I will be paid according to them. I will never get to have the chance to act in a principal capacity in that sense. Not to mention, what if I don't want my digital replica to play a certain type of role, especially the racist stereotype ones? Here's more language about them using our digital replicas in other projects that we did not originally employed for. And yeah, once again, how do we trust these companies to tell us that they're using our digital replicas? Will they ever notify us? Why should they be trusted? If they don't notify us, is there any repercussions or punishments for those companies? I don't see any in the language. And here's a section on digital alterations to your digital replica, and the companies have the power. So they can play Calvin ball with the language, and I may not understand what I'm consenting to until it's finally done, which is a problem. I understand this one, especially if you want to do more fantasy genres where like you want more non-humans, but this just is way too open to my liking. So that's why I'm voting no for the TV and theatrical contracts. Do I think our negotiators could have fought harder? Yes. But I don't quite blame them at all either, because if we all voted no in a union and highlight that it is because of digital replicas and AIs, it now gives them more leverage to fight even harder.